So let's get right to introducing Inga McCarthy. She's the owner of Cake Ann and a longtime friend,
and
Inga.
a longtime friend, yes.
Yeah. Well,
And we first met at the Rockport Farmers Market.
We did.
Right? In the very, very early days of Cake Ann.
Of June of 2015.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
did my husband buy the first Queen Amon ever?
I believe your husband was our first customer. Our second was Ann, who was just Ann Cahill, who was here.
Yeah, I saw her. Big hug.
That was
Yeah.
always nice because I had everybody ask me, are you Ann? And like we knew that they were not Cape Ann people. And so Ann volunteered. So she is our honorary Ann for Cake Ann. Yeah, when people don't know that they're on Cape Ann.
Yeah.
well, congratulations on the move.
Thank
Inga.
you so much.
Yeah.
It's been really, really good.
So for people who haven't been here, there are tables. You can get a beautiful cappuccino latte. My favorite is the oat milk chai latte.
Yep.
And sit here and have a pastry and coffee and enjoy yourself and meet people. It's really nice.
Yeah, and you can look out at the water and you can sit by the fire now
Yeah.
and enjoy all of the holiday season's accoutrements, trees, and our poor little menorah who ran out of battery, but we have to replace that because we need to keep the lights on, and stockings and holiday season treats, all kinds of great things to get us through this season.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
what?
it's we just have to emphasize it's on the harbor.
Yeah.
It is
So you
on the water.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
could on a nice day, and it's beautiful. It's just a little chilly.
Yep.
Get your coffee and pastry and stroll and go sit along the harbor.
Or you can also sit on our porch too,
Yes,
which
right.
is a little closed. It's a little chilly right now, but it is absolutely gorgeous. And I myself forgot how actually beautiful the Inner Harbor is. It's just one of those things that I feel so happy every time I look outside and see sort of the rippling of the water. It's really lovely.
I just think this is one of the best things that's happened to the harbor. You know, and I'm saying that to the Master Harbor Plan Committee people. So I think
It's hopefully the sweetest.
yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
Well, what's it like, Inga, having space to breathe now, and what have you been able to do with that extra space?
So it's different than I thought. I think the hard thing is that when you start or when you move or when you think of moving, you have this expectation, and it rarely ends up being what you think. It's really lovely to see the amount of people that walk in the morning with their dogs, the people who enjoy the harbor walk, just downtown tourists that are taking pictures with the fish out front and are coming in and are taking pictures of the anchors. I think the anchors are one of those things that we sort of take for granted if we live here. The amount of people that stand in front and take pictures of the anchors is just mind-blowing. So it's really nice to have that better connection with just people, the tourists, the people who are working on the harbor, that are visiting. It's really special. So
Yeah.
it makes me feel a lot closer to the community.
And we're going to talk with Lenny Quada in a bit
Yep.
about the transformation here at the Gloucester House and what they're doing moving forward. But you also, you have great neighbors here too.
I
mean,
do.
Schooner Lannon,
Yes.
Seven Seas Whale Watch,
We can
Gloucester
throw
Boat
the
Rental.
wedding cakes over to the Lannon as
Seriously.
people are going out.
What is this place
Yeah.
going to be like come spring and summertime?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
And it's really exciting, and it's just, trying to find different things that we can do to serve sort of the needs of people going in and out, making sure that people still have time to come in and sit down and enjoy themselves on their community tables. It's going to be really interesting to see. And once again, probably one of those things that I imagine one way and it's going to be totally different. But we're excited to be able to do something new, sort of, especially after 5 years where you feel like you're really sort of just getting into that sort of churn. It's been really nice and invigorating for us as a team, and also for me as a business owner, to try and figure out what sort of the next steps are going to be.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited about that.
Yeah. So Inga, you and I did a story a while ago
Yes.
on who you are as a baker.
Yep.
And I think a lot of people don't realize that you come from some pretty serious. You have a pretty serious resume.
Okay.
Yeah. So can you let people know exactly what your baking background is?
So I went to the Connecticut Culinary Institute after I graduated from UMass. And they had a very small baking and pastry program, which was really great because you got a lot of experience. You worked in really small teams, you had to do everything, so it was really great. And then I worked in Danvers at Cakes for Occasions right when she opened, so it was also sort of learning a lot of things, sort of really changing a mindset from like baking one cake to baking 25 cakes, or frosting one cake to
Really important to learn.
really
that stuff,
important to
yeah.
learn, really important to say. Also, writing on cakes. That was one thing that was really, my handwriting is absolutely horrible, but I have to say, I write a beautiful happy birthday.
You certainly do.
And
yeah.
so it was learning how to write on cakes and doing all that. And then I worked at Biba's in Boston.
For those who don't know, Lydia Shire's restaurant,
Yep.
she was like one of the formidable top of the game chefs in Boston.
Yeah, and her pastry chef, Kellyanne Weigand, was also fantastic, really good about teaching and learning and sort of being really collaborative. So it was nice to be able to have that super high-end attention to detail, really focused on ingredients, education. It really was an education. So, and then I went and sold educational software for a whole bunch of years until I could finally sort of bring my own take, bring sort of family recipes and my mom's love of baking to Cape Ann, which really was one of the driving factors for us to move from Central Mass to Gloucester. So,
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
quite realize
Yeah.
that.
Oh, and
that's
even
pretty
before
cool.
that, you're here from Brazil via Iowa.
Yeah, right.
well,
Right, or
Iowa via
but-
Brazil.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So I can also bring I also try and throw in some Brazilian sweets in there because
Those little chocolate
those little
things,
chocolate
yeah,
things.
those are delicious.
Yeah, the moment I learn how to buy a good coconut again, we'll have the little quinjings. So, yeah.
So Inga, for someone
Yeah.
who doesn't know anything about Cake Ann or
Okay.
hasn't been in here yet, what exactly do you do and your services and goods?
So I think what most people think is that we just have cupcakes. And what's been nice about the new space and the additional refrigeration, which has finally come in, because refrigerators are back ordered everywhere, is that we have cakes ready for pickup when you come in. It's not going to, we have usually a chocolate berry, a vanilla. We also have roasted veggie galettes. We have meat pies. We have some
love those.
savory items. We're doing quiche slices again because we have an opportunity to use our ovens and to have people sit down. And what else do we have? On the weekends, we have savory scones.
All the cookies.
Queen of Mine.
All of the
Queen of Mine.
cookies,
Yeah.
the Queen of Mine,
Queen
but
of
we
Mine.
have a lot of different items that you can sit here and eat or take home. Have a little platter for you today. We have Queen of Mine, which if you don't know what it is, Great British Baking Show, season 1, episode 7, like halfway through. I've gotten really good at that. And you can just have a little treat or take something home and treat yourself or just have cake because it's Wednesday.
Yeah.
Even though today's Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I also want to mention how I believe your frosting is the best I've ever had.
Okay.
So can you just talk a little bit about your frosting?
So we, I think baking and pastry people have sort of this very interesting comment on Swiss meringue buttercream versus American buttercream versus Italian buttercream, and we choose to use primarily Swiss meringue buttercream, which tends to be a little bit less sweet.
It's not as sweet as the
It's
American
very
stuff. Yeah.
silky, and it mixes in with things very well. So we can use one master recipe for vanilla, salted caramel, chocolate, Bailey's, chai, and so it gives us a really good
You have a
option.
chai frosting?
Yeah.
How come I didn't know that?
Because
David
you can
orders the cake.
because Heather's husband
Yeah.
is a frequent visitor in the morning, and he's very regimented in his ordering.
He certainly
Although
is.
he did have some mince pies.
Yes.
Did they bring him home?
No. Wait.
Okay, so these unfortunately are where I feel like I am violating some sort of code.
No, we're good. We're good. Yeah.
But,
yeah, because I can get the mince pies
yes,
myself.
you can get the mince pies
'Cause I
yourself.
am a mincemeat fan.
Yeah.
And Inga makes delicious
Yeah.
mincemeat without the meat.
So I try, and I try to do things like mincemeat, which, are few and far. You can get little tarts, so you don't have to get a whole pie because it tends to be very polarizing, like the buttercream.
Right.
But we have to, now that we've moved and we have this whole other group of people, we're really sort of trying to educate people so they know what they like, because you really should have the frosting that you enjoy, even though
Right.
you do enjoy the Swiss meringue.
I do.
better.
But if people
Yeah.
want a sweeter version, you
They
can do that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
We can throw fluff in it to make it even more sweeter, and then we throw peanut butter in it, so it's a fluffernutter. We have
That is
options.
such a good idea.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So Yeah, but it's really nice. It gives us a lot of different options. And we also have a really nice vegan buttercream. So if you need a vegan treat, we
do
can
you do
accommodate
that?
that. We use Flora plant butter, which is awesome. And they have a really nice plant cream, which allows us to make vegan pastry cream. So we've really been able to sort of explore different options as far as products and sort of expand our menu as well.
Nice.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
All right, what do you have going on for the holidays?
So for the holidays, we are in cookie heaven, which will turn into about cookie hell. And I think
shortly.
I have like 7 more days of cookie heaven.
Yeah.
And so we have little boxes of treats that are ready. We have little reindeers.
Yeah.
We have little cups, little gingerbread houses for cups and all kinds of little
Well,
treats.
you have to demo.
Yeah,
the
This is
gingerbread house.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it might knock you in the face.
I think it's adorable.
Yeah, it's not very practical, but it's very
No.
cute.
It is so cute. And if that was coffee and not water, how much fun
You would
would
just
that
dunk
be?
right in.
Or hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
right,
that would be really good
That
too.
would be really good.
So we're really trying. We did a lot of box treats last year, just really great for hostess gifts, for teachers. We'll have snowman macarons as well that we'll start working on today. So we really try and have lots of variety of treats for people to enjoy and to use as stocking stuffers or just gifts in general. Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, Inga, if people want to find you or contact you, how can they go about
Okay,
doing
so
that?
you can go to our website. It is kkn.com, no AME at the back. We're on Facebook, Instagram, very badly on TikTok. And you can always come and stop in at the front of the Gloucester House at 63 Rogers Street. We're open Tuesday through Sunday. We're closed on Monday. We have our new posting of our holiday hours. We're going to be open a couple Mondays. And then, and we will be here to help you with all of your treat needs.
How many Buche de Noel will you make this season, do you think?
Oh, that's a pained,
That's a whole day.
A pained expression.
That's a Monday's day of work where that's all we do, and then we roll. Then we do a beautiful chocolate mousse Buche de Noel, and we also have a gluten-free version, which we'll have available. So I'll be posting our Christmas menu shortly. Yeah.
Well,
Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank
Look
you for
forward to
having
all
me.
of it. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's great.
thanks for being such a gracious host too.
Okay. Fantastic.
And,
Enjoy the rest of your show and.
Yeah,
will.
you'll be
Have a
right
good
back
one.
there.
I'll
Yeah,
be
we will.
right
Yeah,
back
we might
there.
we might holler to
There
you
we
towards
go.
the end of the show.
Okay, perfect.
Thanks so much,
Thank
Inga.
you. Have a great
Yeah,
morning.
and congratulations
Okay.
again.
Interested in a sponsorship? Email sponsor@1623studios.org to learn more.